Hi, I'm Craig Nelson with Broadcom in Brocade Storage Networking Division, and we're here at TechU 2019 with
Brian Sherman, Distinguished Engineer with IBM.
And I'm Brian Larson. I manage the business development efforts between Brocade and with IBM.
And so we're here to talk a little bit about a new product, something we're certainly excited about. It's the DS8900F. And I think the F must have some significance, so I want to have you tell us a little bit about it.
It certainly does. Yeah, we're pretty excited as well with the introduction of the DS8900F. And F stands for all flash. So in the past we've had the DS8880 family and its predecessors being hybrid arrays. The 8900F is an all flash only array. And so that brings with it some performance characteristics, some lower latencies for both just normal cache hits in both the distributed world and in the ZOS world. Additionally, we've introduced a 32 gig adapter on the 8900. So for those of you in the fiber channel world, you can take advantage of the 32 gig speeds and improve latencies of the 32 gig adapter. One significant new function that we've enabled on the 32 gig adapters is what we call fiber channel endpoint security, and it's a specific Z15 and 8900F implementation so that the host will authenticate with the DS8000 as well as be able to send encrypted data between the Z15 and the 8900. So we're extending the encryption capabilities above and beyond what we've had in the past at the storage end, just being encryption of data at rest, and pervasive on the Z side. Now we have the complete end-to-end within the data center for sending the data. Other key aspects of the 8900, just in terms of floor space power cooling, some things there in just a standard 440U rack that we can do. Cut down on the models. Part of going to the all F was cut down on the number of models that we have. So you can take a 8900 and 8910 specifically, and be able to put that into either a customer rack or into a ZR1, LR1 rack, and have server storage all in a rack. So that is a pretty exciting capabilities. Customers can put it in their own rack with the 8910 as well. So those are some of the key aspects that we have on the 8900, as well as obviously moving to a Power 9 infrastructure. So that gives us performance and latency improvements there as well.
Well, you made me happy when you said 32 gig, because obviously from a Broadcom Brocade perspective, having Gen 6 fiber channel in the front makes us very happy. So the speed and the reliability. But I also assume this means that you're going to need to back up that data rather quickly. And we do a lot of extension products in that regard to help extend things. Metro Mirror, Global Mirror available? Extension technologies on the 8900?
Yeah, no fundamental changes at this point to Metro Mirror, Global Mirror. We will be extending the fiber channel endpoint security to do encryption over the PPRC links as well. So that's a future statement. So for now it's Z15, and it's independent of the host for endpoint security. So whether it's ZOS, ZVM, ZLinux, in any of the host operating systems, have a secure infrastructure in place.
Some interesting points on the end-to-end security that you have in place. It does require both endpoints to have that enabled, correct?
That is very true.
So it can't apply, it may not apply to all the data flows and how people adopt this. Between now and when they get to that point, the Gen 6 Brocade infrastructure can encrypt all that data in flight to keep it all secure while you're migrating over.
Absolutely, and specifically it's a Z15 and 8900.
Yes.
So there's nothing precluding other environments exploiting this. It's just a first in the industry with the Z15 exactly. And the 8900.
Yep, excellent. So, yeah, so all of the disaster recovery solutions that we have traditionally, supported are still all there.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we still don't do any compression or capabilities ourselves, DS8000 related. Right. So rely on the networking infrastructure to provide that capability as well.
So in addition to the DS8000 announcements, there's something coming up new with the TS7700. You want to give us a few?
Yeah, so pretty excited there as well. Yeah. So we're moving and introducing a new model of the 7700, known as the 7770, moving from the 7760 to the 7770. It's part of an overall common theme is leveraging capabilities on DS8000 and 7700, so same frame, same power, moving to the Power 9 servers, moving to a different storage infrastructure on the 7770s. And the good news for those of you with 7760s is the new code, or release 5, there's a lot of the capabilities. Obviously there's some specific tied into the new hardware, but there's a lot of capabilities in release 5, like the capability to now partition your 7700 so it can be a tape library and an object store.
Exactly.
So traditionally 8880, we've been able to leverage transparent cloud tiering to send the data off to an object store. We didn't really care who the endpoint is,
Right.
but now we're leveraging the high-speed grid links in the 7700 to do that data transport, and so now our 7760, 7770 can be the target for transparent cloud tiering. And client benefit is around CPU reduction. So typically DFSMS HSM uses a fair bit of MIPS in its migration purposes, so now we can offload that function, and now the 7700 can be the target for TCT as well.
So that MIP saving comes from the data. It doesn't have to be read back into the mainframe and then back out. It goes directly from the DS8000 to the TS7700 system.
Yeah, correct. So it's now between the cooperation on the Z side and DFSMS, set it up through policies just like you do today, and say, hey, what data do you want to exploit this? So they can say, hey, if it's older than a certain age and a certain size, go tell the DS8000 to move the data, and then when DS8000 is done, come back in, tell HSM, update all its control data sets.
Go ahead.
So Brian, how does Broadcom or Brocade get involved in the mainframe, or more specifically even the grid solution?
Well, one of the things that you just touched base on this is like the pyramid of data and how fast you need to restore. It's very expensive at the tip of the pyramid, and then as it ages, you want to move it to a more efficient, cost-effective platform, right?
Yep.
And I think the TS7700 having that cloud object store provides a really valuable, cost-efficient place to put it in an object. So we've been actually working with Eddie Lynn and some of the folks, Eddie Richards and those folks in Tucson, for going on 2 years to actually extend that path from the DS8000 off to the TS7700. So say for instance you've got an enterprise client with 2 locations, and they want to move data from their DS8 in one location to the cloud object storage, which is the TS7700 in that secondary location. Well, with our IP extension capabilities, we can maintain predictable performance, complete stability of the network, and so it's very predictable, and it runs at enterprise class level. So the distance doesn't impact any performance characteristics, and it has a lot of I/O recovery and things like that within the network. And that's where our value has been for Global Mirror, Metro Mirror, and all of those things for 20 plus years.
Yeah, so it just extends the value statement to another use case now.
Exactly, it's fantastic.
Are there limitations on that? Is there only so many kilometers that you could take that, or do you really have accessibility to extend that grid nationally or internationally?
The testing that we've done, and we have the results, we've tested from zero distance all the way out to halfway around the world, and on a right operation, we literally maintain exactly the same amount of work time to move the data set from point A to point B. So in the data set that we moved, it was a small one. Took 6 minutes at 0 miles, took 6 minutes at 12,500 miles. So it does its job. So you shouldn't be afraid to move the data wherever you want to.
I appreciate having the time to speak with you both, not only about the new 8900F and its capabilities, but also how Broadcom is playing in that with Gen 6, as well as the extension of that over distance to protect our customers' data. So thanks again for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.